Prosecutors fight bail release for reputed Mexican Mafia chief in Orange County. Johnny Martinez, they say, is adept at displaying a version of himself to others that is wholly inconsistent with his murderous tendencies. To those in his corner, Johnny Martinez is a brilliant, caring jailhouse lawyer who has unfairly spent his entire adult life behind bars for a murder he did not commit. But to those trying to keep him locked up, Martinez is the ultra-violent capo of a notorious prison gang who has extorted drug dealers and ordered hits on people who crossed him. The two faces of Martinez, the reputed leader of Orange County's Mexican Mafia, will be presented to a federal judge May 24th in Santa Ana at a hearing to determine whether he should be granted bail on charges that he helped mastermind 2 murders and 6 attempted homicides. He is among 31 alleged Mexican Mafia members named in a 2022 federal racketeering indictment that includes gun and drug trafficking charges dubbed Operation Night Owl. The investigation was billed by federal authorities as a crushing blow to the Mexican Mafia's control of Latino street gangs in Orange County. Nevertheless, an extensive effort is underway by civil rights activists, prison reformists, friends, relatives, and clergy to get Martinez, age 48, released on bail on the grounds that he will not be a danger to the public or a flight risk. The bail motion notes, Mr. Martinez is not alleged to have personally committed any of the violent offenses alleged in the indictment. Federal civil rights attorney Richard Herman is even risking $100,000 of his own money to help post the would-be bond and is offering Martinez a job at his law firm if bail is granted. Martinez will live with his fiancée and her family. If Martinez gains his release, it will be the first time he has been free since he was a teenager. There's a bunch of people willing to put their finances on the line, said Richard Novak, one of the attorneys representing Martinez. Everyone reaches the same conclusion. He is an amazing, intelligent, caring person who tries to help others. Or is he? Murderous tendencies. Prosecutors say Martinez is adept at displaying a version of himself to others that is wholly inconsistent with his murderous tendencies and his true object of greatest devotion. Martinez, known by the moniker Crow, was convicted in 1994 of taking part in a brawl that ended in the stabbing death of Ricky Michaels after a pickup basketball game in Fullerton. Under the law at the time, Martinez was considered as accountable as the actual killer. Under the theory that Michaels' death was a natural and probable consequence of the fight, Martinez, barely 18, was sentenced to 24 years to life in state prison. Decades later, the law has been changed, requiring that murder defendants who are not the actual killers at least be major participants acting with reckless indifference to human life. A judge in December overturned the conviction after 30 years, and Martinez was instead found guilty of misdemeanor charges carrying an 18-month sentence. It shocks the conscience that it took 3 decades to correct Mr. Martinez's invalid conviction, said his motion for bail. However, instead of gaining his freedom, Martinez is now in federal custody to face racketeering charges. As a prisoner in state custody, Martinez became an inmate leader, teaching himself the law and organizing hunger strikes against what he viewed as unfair jail conditions such as the overuse of solitary confinement. He completed classes to become a paralegal, a marketable skill that could help him outside prison.